To have Ambareesh Baliga joining in. Meanwhile, a bunch of stocks, MedPlus, we spoke about it surging at the start of the show, and now it's extended its gains. It's up almost 12 odd percent, and volumes have picked up on MedPlus as well. As we speak, volumes on MedPlus around 3.5 times what we've seen in the last 10 days. Wonder what's going on out here. Ambareesh, do you track MedPlus? Your thoughts on MedPlus?
No, in fact, I found it quite expensive even when the IPO had come, and because of which I have not really tracked it closely. But what I would say is, in case there is a decent rally, possibly investors should utilize that to book out to a certain extent, because quite a few others are actually, doing something similar, and because of which I think there would be clear competition going ahead, and still the valuations are quite expensive.
Okay, MedPlus, quite the mover today for sure. Ambareesh, hi, good afternoon. So I'm wondering what you've been doing in this market. The trader is very interesting. A lot of the traders have been telling us that we're out. It's too much. It's too volatile, too choppy. You get slapped either ways. They're out. Yeah. What about investors? Are you buying?
Investors, I think it's a great time to start buying. And in fact, for a while, I've been talking of levels of 17,000 is what we should see. And currently, we are at those levels. So surely you should start buying at the current levels. But I'm not saying this is the bottom because with, so much of news flow, especially negative, we could possibly see even 16,500. But then we should remember that whatever is happening is negative globally. But it is not really directly negative for India. I mean, we are having a sentimental effect of the negative news. But then if you look at the banks, none of this news is going to affect the Indian banking sector at all. And overall, I think the macros also, as far as India is concerned, should see improvement going ahead. So we could possibly see time-wise correction. We could be between 16,500 to 17,500 for a while. When I say a while, possibly next couple of months. Which could also tire out people. But I think it's a great time to get in, buy, hold. If you are able to hold for the next 8 to 9 months post Diwali, I think we should see a decent bull run post that. So, like I said, great time to restructure your portfolios, invest whatever you have, maybe keep about 10% of cash for a possibility of 16,500 and remain invested.
Okay. So let's talk about specific names. Ambareesh, hi, afternoon. Balkrishna Industries is something you like. The stock was around 2,400 levels. It sold off after declaring those third quarter numbers, very sharp correction, and now closer to 2,000, just under 2,000 levels. Why do you like this one?
It is the largest in off-highway tires, catering to varied sectors like agriculture, industrial, construction, earth-moving, mining, port, and the ATV segments. It sells across, I think, 160 countries, is one of the largest suppliers to global OEMs with network across majorly US, Europe, India, Australia, and Canada. In fact, more than 50% of India's export of off-highway tires is from Balkrishna Industries. Like you said, last quarter was a disappointment because of which we saw a correction because the distributors were sitting on high inventory levels. But I expect that to normalize in this quarter. If you look at the cash position of the company, it's more than 2,000 crores of cash as of 31st December. And carbon black, which is a major input for the tire segment, it's about 22% by value, is actually manufactured in-house by Balkrishna Industries. So, this also improves the margins for them. And now with the crude actually coming to about 15-month low, most of the raw material prices have actually come down quite sharply because most of them are crude derivatives. And that also should, in fact, help them improve margins. And they're expanding capacity from 335,000 metric tons to about 360,000 metric tons. And my expectation for FY25 is an EPS of about 102. And I have a target of about 2550, which is about 22% return from here.
All right, Ambareesh, finally, before we let you go, Zomato is picking some pace right now. As we speak, at the high point of trade for that one as well. Decent volumes on the stock too. It's recovered about, 6.5% from lows. And this at a time where all the other new age companies are not doing too well. You've had views on Zomato in the past. What do you make of them right now?
I was quite negative on Zomato when the IPO came. I was proven wrong for a couple of months. We saw those highs of 170 or something of that sort. And after this correction at closer to 50, in fact, I turned a buyer. Because at least there's some visibility on, like them being cash positive, EBITDA positive. at least over the next 2 years. And looking at the way the business is growing, I think at 55 rupees, I think it's a decent pick if one is able to hold on possibly for the next year or so. And again, I'm not too negative on the overall that new age space. I mean, I also have another pick, which is delivery. Again, the largest in logistics, especially catering to the online commerce. So that also has corrected decently well. So at these levels, I'm a buyer in delivery also with a 12 to 18 month perspective.
Okay, got that, Ambareesh. Stay on. We'll try and squeeze in some more questions. 10 minutes to go.